Good afternoon, 6th grade. It is Thursday, May 14th, and we're going to be learning about how to measure electricity today. So if you look with me on page 297, we're going to read the little fact sheet up at the top. The cost of electricity is determined by the amount of electric energy, power times time, that is used. Electric energy is sold by the kilowatt hour, which is 1,000 watts for 1 hour. 1,000 watt hours equals 1 kilowatt hour. Because 1,000 watts is 1 kilowatt. The charge per kilowatt hour varies with different companies. In the United States, an average cost per kilowatt hour is around 11 cents. So around 11 cents per hour of kilowatt energy for appliances here in the United States. So we're going to complete this chart together with class practice. So we've got a toaster, and it's got an energy output of 600 watts, and it was used for 3 hours. So our first step is to multiply. So 600 watts per hour, so times 3. And you've got 1,800 watts. But remember, we're looking for kilowatts, which is 1,000 watts. So there are two things you can do here. Each time you get your watts, you could simply divide by 1,000. Or if you remember that there's always this imaginary decimal here for a whole number, you move it over 3 times, because 1,000 has how many zeros? That's right, 3. So 1,800 watts becomes 1.8 kilowatts. And let's see here, our charge for a kilowatt hour is 13 cents. So once you convert this to kilowatts, you just simply multiply. So 13 cents and the dollar is 0.13. And now we multiply. So 8 times 3 is 24, carry our 2, 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. Drop our 0, 1 times 8 is 8, and of course 1 times 1 is 1. We add, and then how many decimals? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, actually we just got 3. We have 4 numbers, we have 3 decimal places. And 3. So we've got 0.234, but since we're talking money, we need to round, so we would round down, so this would be 23 cents or $0.23. All right, let's look at the hair dryer. Hair dryer takes 900 watts to use per hour, and it was used for 2 hours, so 900 watts times 2 is 1,800, and we know what that looks like as a kilowatt, 1.8. So how long it was used for? And it costs 9.5 cents to use per kilowatt hour, so 1.8 times 0.95, because that's 9.5 cents. So remember, 9.5 cents is actually 0.095, because you can't really have half a cent. We're going to multiply. It'd be better if we flipped it up the other way. 0.095 times 1.8. It's always good to put your number with the fewest numbers on the bottom. 8 times 9 is 72, plus 4 is 76. 8 times 0 is 0, but we have a 7 to carry. Drop our 0, 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 9 is 9, 1 times 0 is 0. Then we add together. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 17.1 cents, but we're going to round it down to the nearest whole cent. So it was 17 cents to run that hair dryer. I'll let you guys do the electric fan and blender. Just make sure you follow the formula here, and you'll get it just fine. So let's flip up on the back side. You've got some story problems to do today. You've got one using kilowatt hours, so just remember the formula for that. And then your last thing is to find the simple interest. Remember, guys, to find simple interest, it is I equals PRT, principal, times your rate of interest, which on A would be 0.1275, and then of course 1 year you would multiply by 1. I'm sure you guys have worked through enough of these to where you have understood these. Remember, at any time you are having trouble understanding something, please I don't mind. In fact, I really enjoy having you guys message me on Remind. I love to help you guys if you need the help. But if you're understanding it without my help and you're understanding it through these videos, that is fantastic too. Hope you guys have a good Thursday once you finish these sets of 3 problems, and I will see you Friday.